Hey guys, so in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my final thoughts on iOS 17.5. I've been running iOS 17.5 RC release candidate on this iPhone for a couple of days, and I wanted to share with you guys my final thoughts on the software before Apple releases this update to the general public. That way you can determine whether you want to update to 17.5 or not. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is release date, because Apple released iOS 17.5 RC this week, which typically means the following Monday we get the official release to the general public when it comes to major software updates. So today is Friday the 10th, so I'm expecting 17.5 to become available to everyone worldwide on Monday the 13th, right there, Monday the 13th, okay? So just keep in mind that iOS 17.5, the official final release, is only about 3 to 4 days away as the filming of this video. Now, there's a few personal issues that I've encountered running the latest RC, very similar to the issues I've encountered running Beta 4 and Beta 3 as well on iOS 17.5. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, before I share my final thoughts on iOS 17.5, for those of you that haven't been watching, I wanted to share with you guys what's new with 17.5. Just a quick recap here. I want to talk about the new podcast widget for the Apple Podcast application. This one now changes colors, so if you click play on the widget, it will actually change color according to the color of the thumbnail. This is a minor change coming to the Apple Podcast widget on the home screen of iPhone with iOS 17.5. Now, there's also a new update for daily puzzles for Apple News Plus subscribers. You can enjoy daily puzzles, and you can go actually into settings here, find the Apple News extension here. So let's find the Apple News extension. Let's go ahead and find it. Right there it is. And you now have a Game Center option to share your scores with friends and family members when you do your daily puzzles. So something new for Apple News Plus subscriber that Apple has added to iOS 17.5. Now, for the EU, Apple has added an additional option to install apps. You can now install apps directly from a developer's website, which is a welcome addition. And Apple has also worked alongside Google to actually create this new notification system for third-party tracking devices, where you can disable a third-party tracking device, whether it's made by Apple or not. And this also works with Google devices or Android devices as well. Apple has also added a new repair state mode for iOS 17.5 as well. So if you want to take your device in for repair, but you don't want to turn off stolen device protection, you want to launch the Find My application on your iPhone, then you want to go to devices, and right here you click on remove this device. You'll get this prompt here, and you can go ahead and continue to set it up into repair state. That way you still have the peace of mind of having the stolen device protection feature still active while your device is being repaired. And last but not least, with iOS 17.5 RC, Apple did add a new collection of wallpapers. So as we go into the wallpapers category here, you see that we have about 5 to 6 new wallpapers. Pride wallpaper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have about 5 new Pride wallpapers, and they have this really cool animation as well. So if you apply the wallpaper, you can go ahead and swipe up and see that really nice animation with the wallpaper itself. I think it's really cool actually how Apple implements these wallpapers with animations. I think they look really, really nice. But what are my final thoughts on iOS 17.5 aside from some of the nice new features coming to the iPhone? Well, the first thing I want to talk about is battery and Wi-Fi. Now, keep in mind this iPhone is running iOS 17.5 RC, which technically means that this is the software being released in the next couple of days. And I have a screen recording here that I wanted to share with you guys, a screen capture of when I was connected to Wi-Fi here in the studio. You see that the iPhone recognizes that it is connected to the network. As you can see right there, this is a screen recording, but it is running on 5G. Although it appears to be connected to Wi-Fi, it is not. It is right now running on 5G, as you can see right there. And in order to get the actual Wi-Fi to connect, I have to turn on and turn off my Wi-Fi once again in order to get the actual Wi-Fi connection to work on my device. So there continues to be Wi-Fi issues within iOS 17.5. Even on the RC, the latest 17.5 RC still has issues with Wi-Fi connection on Apple devices. So yeah, if you were concerned about Wi-Fi performance on iOS 17.5, it is also spotty. So if you want to watch my video comparing 17.4.1 versus 17.5, you'll notice the difference there. I'll link that in the description down below. But yeah, still having Wi-Fi issues with iOS 17.5 on iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let me know if you're running the beta or the RC. Are you encountering these issues? And please let me know in those comments which device, because I know this seems to be more of a widespread issue for a lot of iPhone users. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is battery life. This is probably the most important factor when you go to update to a new software update, right? This is probably the determining factor for most users when you go to update. Now, if you want to watch my video on that, Again, links in the description down below. But let me show you here my battery life, and honestly, this has not been the best battery life on iOS 17.5. I have to charge my iPhone several times a day, as you can see right there, in order to get through my entire day with iOS 17.5, and that's been the case ever since iOS 17.5 beta 2 and moving forward all the way to today's RC, which is kind of a bummer. Now, I'm not the only one experiencing issues with battery life. I did run a YouTube community poll, and the number one and the most popular comment in regards to the YouTube community poll is battery life is horrible. So right there, obviously, I asked you guys, how is iOS 17.5 RC working for you? 58% of you guys are saying that you're having a great experience. 26% of you guys say it's okay, but there's still some bugs. And a 16% of you guys say it's very, very buggy. But if we go into the comments here, you see there the most popular comment there is saying that the battery life is just horrible on iOS 17.5 RC. As you can see right there, the third comment down, and the second comment down there says issues with Wi-Fi. So yeah, most users still encountering Wi-Fi issues, spotty Wi-Fi, and not so good battery health and battery life. Now, I want to talk about battery health here briefly, because if you follow me here on the channel, you know that this week earlier I showed you that I was at 92. Now today, just a couple of days later, I'm at 91, and that's directly pertaining to how many times I have to continue charging my iPhone, and the battery is just draining a lot quicker than it did before with iOS 17.5. And there you guys have it. I just wanted to share my final thoughts. The software release, the official software release, is about 3 to 4 days away at the most. I would say on Monday the 13th, Apple will most likely release a software update to the general public, if not throughout the week of the 13th. So just keep in mind that if you're going to update to iOS 17.5, there's still a lot of mentions of battery life issues, Wi-Fi issues, so make sure you're aware of that. Thank you for watching this quick update, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.